Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. So I'm actually starting this weekly vlog on a Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, June 24th, because yesterday I had no time to film anything. Like I barely had time to be home because I, obviously went to work and then I came back and had to get ready to leave again to go out with my friends. So I just had time to get ready and leave and didn't have time for to film and do anything else. Because like today is the holiday of the city that I work at and live in during the week at least. So yesterday, like last night, was the party. So I went out to have dinner with two friends, and then my bestie also joined us after dinner. And we were out, we were watching the fireworks at midnight, and then we went to a club at like 1:30, and I got home at like 6, I think. And today is the next day, and I started reading Alien Echo last week on the weekend, I think, and I got 56%, and I have not yet picked it up this week again, but I definitely mean to. This is sci-fi horror, and it took very long to get to the point, to the plot. Like only almost at the 50% mark did we really get to what I was waiting for. But now that we have gotten to the action, I am excited to keep going. And I have started Dragon Haven, which is the second book in the Rainwild Chronicles. I read the first book last week, so this week I would love to be able to read this whole book. I am on page 82, which is not that much. This is 570 pages long. And this is fantasy. It's, like I said, the second book in that series, which is a series of 4 books, but it's also part of the Realm of the Elderlings world, which has 16 books, I think. I could be wrong, but this is like the 11th book in that series, I think. And yeah, I am excited. I gave 4 stars to the first book, and so far, not like that much has happened, obviously, because I'm only this much into the book, and these books move very slowly, but I really like the characters, and I really like the world and the magic in general, so I am very excited to keep going with this one. Even though it's slow, it actually is working for me, because I like everything that's happening, everything that's surrounding the characters, and the characters I really love, so I'm having a really good time. And so yeah, I plan on reading more of this today, obviously, and if possible also pick this up again, maybe today, if not today, at some point during the week. But yeah, and I don't really have any other plans for this week. Like yesterday was already like so much socializing. Like it was great, it was super fun, but it was very draining for someone like me. So I will be staying here this weekend, but I don't know if I will be doing anything. So yeah, for now I don't really have any plans. If anything comes up, I will obviously let you know. But in terms of reading, the plans, I do have plans, and they are Dragon Haven, Alien Echo, and that will probably be it. I don't know, like I would love to read some more because I am behind on my reading goal, 1 or 2 books. So like I would love to read as much as possible, but we'll see. But yeah, that is everything for this intro, and welcome to the vlog. Hello, so it is Friday, very late, technically Saturday, but I'm here with actually a lot of reading updates, and I didn't update during the week because, I mean, I did talk to you on Tuesday instead of Monday, but still, I didn't update during the week because I've just been very tired and I was just like spending my free time reading rather than filming. But I have a lot of reading updates. So I think I was like halfway through ish the sci-fi horror book, which was called Alien Echo, I think. So I finished that. I've read Dragonhaven and I started another book that I am 44% in. So I have a lot of reading updates. Although like this one I can't really talk much about it anyway, so you know. So for Alien Echo, it was like I said, sci-fi horror, and we were following a girl called Olivia, and she was like living on another planet, not Earth. And her twin sister Viola, I think, she was like really sick. She had some autoimmune disease, and so she had to like just stay like at home. She could never leave. She couldn't like hang out with anyone other than just like her sister and their parents. And Olivia really wanted to like go to Earth and obviously find a cure for her sister. And like the main plot of the book was that there were like a lot of secrets about even like her family, but also about like stuff that people had done in like creatures, and you know they eventually were like fighting for their lives. But I did like that, but there was like so much focus of the book on like the romance between the main character and like her crush. And like honestly, the first 50% was almost just that. Like we only got to like the reveals and the danger almost at the 50% mark. So like the first half I was just like reading a romance book and I didn't care about it one bit. So, you know, I like the second half more. There was still a lot of the romance, which I didn't appreciate, but I did like the plot and like the horror part and the like survival part. I did enjoy that, but the rest was just really not. I mean, it was not even like what I thought it was gonna be, because I didn't really. I mean, to be fair, I didn't read the synopsis, so maybe that's on me. But also, I did not expect that book to be like so much focus on the romance, seeing that it is sci-fi horror. You know what I mean? So I liked it. I did definitely not love it, and I think I gave it 3 stars. I was, I think, debating between 3 and 3.5, but I think I decided to go with 3 because, yeah, it was just a lot of romance that I did not care about at all. And I started, like I said, another book. It's Sea of Rust, and this one is also like sci-fi, more like dystopian sci-fi. And in this one, we are following a robot called Brittle, I think. And like this is after like an apocalypse, and I knew, again, I didn't really read the synopsis like in depth. I just like looked at it very quickly and read like a few lines, and I knew like we were gonna follow like a post-apocalyptic world that was dominated by robots, but I thought there were like still humans left and it was like gonna be a fight between the humans and the robots. But no, this is like after all the humans are dead, and we are following the robots like AIs, and they themselves have like been at war with each other, and they're like two big AI things. They're trying to basically rule the whole world and like rule all of the other robots, and they're trying to get them to like join them and like basically become one with them. And we are following this one robot, and she is, you know, trying to survive, still like being herself. And she's also like struggling because some of her parts are damaged and she's trying to survive all of that. And I think like now at the part that we're at, she's gonna have to form like an alliance with sort of like an enemy. So yeah, I'm liking it. I'm not obsessed with it, but I'm liking it. I'm having fun, and I do really like the main character. I do really like Brit. And I know there is a prequel, and I was not sure whether to read this book before or like the prequel, but this one did come out before, so I want to read them like in the order that they were published. But I'm pretty sure the prequel is like about the fight between the humans and the robots, which I'm sure will be also very interesting. But yeah, I'm 44% in and I am having a good time. I am invested in that one. And I read Dragonhaven. I don't really know if I had already started when I told you. I think I had. because again, it was Tuesday, so I'm pretty sure I had already started. I have no idea where I was, but I'm sure I didn't really talk about it because honestly, like, I still don't know how to talk about it without spoiling the like 10 or 11 books that come before this. So, this is book 2 of the Rain Wild Chronicles, and book, like I said, 11 or 12 of the Realm of the Elderlings, which is fantasy. And here we are following dragons, and the humans that are going on a journey with them, and all of the hardship that they go through during that journey and the changes that they go through as well. And these books are very slow, very, very, very slow. I feel like, all of the books in this big series, the Realm of the Elderlings, they're all very slow, but I feel like these ones, maybe because there's 4 books instead of 3, so they're like extra slow, like less things happen per book. I feel like they are slower, but at the same time, they are not the ones that I'm enjoying the least, even though they feel like they might be the slowest. But like, I really, really, really like the characters in the series. I'm really like invested in them, not just the plot, but like the characters themselves and like their lives. And I also really like to follow the dragons, even if I don't like some of the dragons, like personally, but like the dragons as a whole, obviously love following them. And I already like know the world. I'm already like in it. I love the world. I love the magic. And so I'm very immersed in this world and really liking the story. And like as a whole, or like until I got to the first 2/3 of the book, I wasn't like loving it as much as the first book, because it felt like, obviously, like in the first book you are setting up this whole, the whole arc of the series, like the quartet. And in this one, it was already set up, and so we were just like going along, and I feel like not that much was happening, or like not as much as in the first one. And like I said, it's moving very slowly. So like I was enjoying it because, like I said, I really like the characters. I am really invested in them, but I wasn't loving it as much as the first one. But this last third, like, I just finished the book, by the way. I just finished it. This last third, I loved it. Obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. Had such a good time. It was very exciting. Like, I read the last third just like in one sitting because I was, like I said, obsessed. It was so good. We learned a lot. Like, a lot of things actually happened, and they achieved like a goal that they were like really going for. So that was also very exciting. And yeah, I really liked it. I really like the development, both in terms of the plot and also like the character development that we got from a bunch of characters, like one especially, but other characters as well. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think I'm going to rate it the same thing I rated the first one, which was 4 stars. And yeah, had a lot of fun. And yeah, that's it. That is what I've read since, this week started, really. And because I don't think I talked at all about like what I was reading. I talked about what I was reading, but I didn't really give any like reviews or thoughts, I don't think, in the intro of this vlog. But yeah, that is all that I have read, which is honestly quite a lot more than I expected. So I'm very happy with the progress I'm doing in terms of reading. And yeah, in terms of like stuff happening, like the things that happened were like Monday night and like Tuesday at dawn, honestly, because when I got home, like the sun was out. And after that, nothing really interesting happened. I just worked. And yeah, today I was at the biobank, which as usual, it could have been worse, actually. Today was a pretty chill day at the biobank. We didn't have like many samples, so it was pretty chill. Like, I was telling my colleague that I was with that like last week I had to catch the train to go to my parents' house, and so we left like very late. There were a lot of samples. It was chaos. And this week that I like had nothing that I had to rush to do, because like I'm not going to my parents' house. I'm gonna stay here this weekend. This week that I had like nothing to rush to, we left like pretty early. Obviously, that's how life goes. It is what it is. That's it. That's what happened. And I am planning on finishing Sea of Rust maybe tomorrow if things go well. If not tomorrow, then at least on Sunday. I definitely plan on finishing it before the end of the week or weekend. And then I don't know, like I maybe should finish or like not really finish because I'm only in the beginning, but read more of The Devils, because I started that book and then just abandoned it because I focused on this series. But also I kind of really want to start reading the third book because I'm very into the story right now. So maybe I want to just continue reading it. And this third book is so small, like so short compared to the rest of the books in the series. Like it's 400 and something pages. Yeah, 425, which is crazy. I mean, they're all in general in this quartet, they're generally shorter than like the rest of the books, but this one is even shorter. So that's crazy. And also I love the covers of these books. And I mean, they're all really beautiful from like the Realm of the Elderlings series, but these ones specifically, they have like scales, you know, like a pattern of scales because of like dragon scales on the cover, and they are so pretty. And yeah, I'm very excited to get into this. So maybe I will actually just start reading the third book. And yeah, tomorrow I will film the video for the book that I just finished and maybe read this, probably, hopefully read this as well. And yeah, that's it. I think I'm gonna have lunch. I mean, not lunch. I will meet my parents after lunch, I think, on Sunday, because they are coming back from a trip. And I think they're gonna be here like 3, so I will meet them for a bit, because yesterday was my dad's birthday, actually. So yeah, I will meet with them, and then I'll just come back here. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to tell you. Also, I should shut up because it's 1:39 a.m. and I'm just here talking, and I don't want to, you know, wake up my neighbor in case he's sleeping. That's why I'm trying to talk like not very loud. But I'm going to shut up, and I will talk to you, I think, at some point over the weekend. Hello, so it is Sunday. I'm here for probably a very quick update because I don't have that much to say. I just want to tell you that I did finish Sea of Rust last night, and I have not yet started City of Dragons or any other book, but I do plan on starting this tonight. And in terms of Sea of Rust, I think I was like almost halfway through when I last talked to you, and I finished it. And basically we kept following Brit and the other robots that she was with, and with the other robots that she met, she thought that the mission was one thing, and then she discovered what the actual mission was. And at first she was like unsure if she really wanted to do that, but she sort of like, on the one hand, didn't really have a choice, and then also maybe it sounded better to her than not doing it, so she went along. They, you know, went on their mission. They were in a lot of trouble, they got in a lot of danger, they had to fight a lot. And we also learned a lot about her past, because there were, like, we knew that she had been involved in the war from the past, but we didn't really know any details. And so we learned a lot about like what she did and what she was involved in. And yeah, I liked it. And turns out that, you know, they were no better than humans in terms of like just, you know, starting wars against each other. And like they thought they were basically like the evolution of humans, they were supposed to be better, but they kind of, you know, were as terrible as we are. So, you know, but yeah, I liked it. I didn't, you know, love it. Like, it's not, you know, my new favorite book, but I did like it. And once again, I was debating between 3.5 and 4 stars. I feel like every book that I read now, I'm debating between 3.5 and 4. But I think I'm leaning more towards 3.5. I did give it 3.5 on Goodreads. Obviously, if I change my mind, I'll change the rating, but I think I'm leaning more towards 3.5. So yeah, there's that. I finished that. I will definitely read the prequel at some point, because I am definitely interested to see, like, obviously we learned like kind of what happened like in the battle between the robots and the humans, and like how the humans went extinct. They do mention that, and like Brit talks about like how it happened, But, obviously it's different to read a whole book about that. So I'm definitely very interested in reading the prequel, which I think is called Day Zero. So yeah, I will definitely read that at some point. Not like right after this one, but I will read it soon-ish, I think. And yeah, that's that. That is what I read today. I did meet up with my parents, and actually we did have lunch together, because I think I said that I was gonna meet them after lunch, because I thought their flight got here at 3, but actually it was at 1. So we had like a late lunch, and they're going out. They went home. They're already home, and obviously I'm also at my place. And yeah, I don't really have any plans for the rest of the day, but I will read this probably only at night. And I don't know how far I will get into it, but like the book is way shorter than I expected. It's 425 pages. So yeah, that's short-ish. So yeah, I will read some of this. Maybe like around 100 pages is what I think is like realistic. And yeah, that's everything, I think. Like I said, I don't really have any plans for the rest of the day. I mean, it's already 6:46, so it's not like I have that much of the day left. And yeah, it's so hot today. It's like unbearably hot, especially like it's hotter inside my house than outside, because I was like, when my parents were like coming, I was like, please let me know when you're like getting here, because I don't want to have pants on for any second more than necessary, because like I was dying here. And then we got outside, and like it's hot, it's very hot, but not as bad as it is inside. So there's that. But I don't want to be outside anyway. Like I'd rather be inside, even if I'm boiling. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, a short update, and I will talk to you again tomorrow to wrap up the vlog. Hello, so it is Monday. I'm here to wrap up the vlog, and I got to page 108 of City of Dragons, which is about where I wanted to get to last night. So achieved that goal, and I am enjoying it. We've had some like creepy things happen, which I was not expecting, but really liked. And because like people are hearing like voices where in a place there like no one is supposed to be. Like supposedly no one has been there for like, I don't know if centuries, but I'm assuming centuries. And they're hearing like voices and things, so that's creepy, and I really like that. And also like some more mysterious things are happening, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. I once again am always shocked at how short this book is compared to the others in the series. I never expected it to be that small. Like when I hold it, I'm always like, this is so much smaller than I expected. But yeah, I'm liking it, and yeah, I literally, that is everything that I have to tell you, I think, because it's not like I did anything else interesting since I talked to you yesterday. So yeah, like today I have already read a bit more. I'm now on page 153, but that is, for next week's vlog. For this one, it matters where I got to last night, and that was page 108. So yeah, that's it. I just, wanted to come here to wrap the vlog up, but I don't really have anything else to update you on. So this week I finished Alien Echo, I read Sea of Rust, I read Dragon Haven, and I started City of Dragons, which was 1,184 pages, which I am so happy with. I haven't read like 1,000 or over 1,000 pages in a long time. So I am very happy with how much I've read, and I'm still very much in the mood to, read and keep reading a lot. So I am very happy that, I'm just in this reading mood. And I caught up to my reading goal on Goodreads. So there's that. Don't know for like how long I will be caught up, because obviously no days are passing. I'll be needing more books finished, but right now, at this current moment in time, I am caught up at 49 books out of 100. So I'm very happy about that. And yeah, that is everything for this weekly reading vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. And if you did, give it a like and subscribe. And I will talk to you next time. Bye!